Yesterday, I watched a film. That's right, the 17th film in this year's movie review portion of the Spook6ular. And yesterday, I watched Re-Animator from, I believe it's 1985, 1980s regardless. Well, let's look at the poster. H.P. Lovecraft's classic tale of horror, Re-Animator. It will scare you to pieces. So I will tell you this much. I'm not familiar with the source material, and I've never heard of this movie. I've never really heard of it at all. So I'm just throwing that out there. Wow. I gotta say, this movie, I was iffy on it. But around the 1/3 mark, when you really start to see the reanimating, it gets really good. So I just want to say this. The effects in this movie, right? It's in that peak fucking period of 1980s horror where the effects are all practical and they look fucking great. In the 1990s, movies started to lean more into the CG, right? And then especially in the 2000s, right? And nowadays, almost all horror is CG. But this is at the peak of practical effects. And goddamn, the effects, the makeup, all of it just looks fucking great in this movie. Oh, it's so good. Now again, so let me describe the characters. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, there's one scene that honestly, we'll get into there too. But anyway, so basically, a transfer student, whatever, someone who was studying abroad, comes back to the States, joins a college, class or whatever with a famous doctor, a medical doctor. And he needs to find some place to live, so he just crashes, he pays rent or whatever with some fellow students, and he asks for permission to use the basement. He wants to use the basement as his laboratory. And so then he goes into class and he starts arguing with the doctor, because the doctor says that there's a permanent death state that happens after 6 to 12 minutes when the brain stem is cut off or whatever. And then he's like, oh, I don't think so. He gets into a fight with the doctor. The doctor is best friends with the dean of the school, who the dean has a daughter who's dating the one of the guys that he's living with, this guy on the poster. And the doctor also really wants to fuck the dean's daughter. And it's I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking okay, maybe he's just really creepy, I don't know. But early in the movie, you can tell this guy's really horny for the dean's daughter, and it's really just the way he acts is just disgusting. So anyway, the main character, West, basically he develops a super drug, and I gotta say the effects of the super drug, the bright green shit, damn, I just loved it. It was so good. It just looked great. It looked weird. It was very classic. I loved it. And so he resurrects a cat, the dean's daughter's cat, who went, who knows what happened to the cat? Did the cat get killed, or, did the cat just mysteriously die? We don't know. That's never answered. It's more likely that Wes killed the cat to experiment on, but, it's not confirmed, which I do like, because he argues that that's not the case. He found the cat dead and then experimented on it. But anyway, so the cat comes back. They're freaking out. There's a zombie cat. Okay. So then their next strategy is, we want to try this on a human. And so they go to the morgue to find a human to work on the reanimator juice, and then it works. And again, the human is freaking out because they're apparently it only revives certain parts of their brain or some shit, or at least, depending on the time, in between death and reanimation. And so anyway, so this guy freaks the fuck out. This is a zombie, basically. And so then the dean finds out about these experiments, goes to the morgue to confront them. The dean basically gets fucking killed by the zombie, he got fucked up by the zombie, Jesus fucking Christ, right? Damn, we're talking about bones all crunched into dust, he got fucked up. So anyway, now the dean's dead, right? And the zombie's dealt with. And then West is all right, let's reanimate the dean. I mean, why not, right? If we get found, we're going to go to jail anyway. So fuck it. Let's reanimate the dean. And so they use the reanimator juice on the dean. He comes back. He is mad as hell. He is mad as fuck. Right. And then people come over and they see that I don't even really know how they get out of this, but they explain it, you know, and they don't get arrested, right? So anyway, so the dean goes to like the medical observatory, you know, people think he's crazy. Then the doctor who was arguing with West realized, oh shit, that guy was reanimated. That explains it. He's dead. He's a zombie. So then he gets on to West. He tries to like extort West to like take his research and steal it. There's like a kerfuffle. And I mean, the scene where West takes a shovel. Okay, I'm sorry, but like West takes a shovel and chops the doctor's head off with the shovel. I mean, like when I'm watching that scene, that's when I realized, oh, this is one of those movies. It's gonna get real fucked up. Like as if the movie wasn't fucked up before that part. But when the motherfucker cuts his head off with a shovel, you can tell, oh, okay, this is getting fucked up. This is some fucked up shit that we're watching, right? But then he gets knocked out or some shit happens, right? He gets knocked out. He wakes up and the zombie doctor is gone. Or like, no. So he tries to reanimate the head in the body, right? Because he's dumb. He doesn't like, you know, tie them down. So then the zombie doctor knocks him out. I don't know if he should have killed him there, but maybe he thought he did. I don't know. So anyway, okay, so now we have a headless zombie doctor who's carrying his head around. All right, and he's a zombie. Okay, so that's great. So then the zombie doctor goes and gives a lobotomy to the dean zombie and turns him into like a loyal zombie soldier, right? And then the zombie doctor, you know, finds a way to kidnap the dean's daughter. And this scene. I mean, again, this is the craziest scene of the movie. So the zombie doctor uses the dean, who's also a zombie, who's lobotomized, to strip down his own daughter. She's completely naked. And then now again, I want to remind you all that the zombie doctor is headless. He has no head. Okay? Like the head is being held by a hand, right? So the headless head of the zombie doctor then starts like sucking down on her nipples and like licking her whole body, and it is like really intense and gross, and it was hard to watch. I was freaking the fuck out. It was so disgusting, like, and there's like blood everywhere, and it's just like, oh my god, like why, how is that even allowed? Like Motion Picture Association, please do something about this. So anyway, it was basically pornographic. I mean, and I, you know, typically, you know, I don't consider that to be a bad thing, but damn, I mean, it was intense. It was intense. I don't know what to tell you. It was because the whole movie, the doctor, who's now the headless zombie doctor, like, he's very obviously horny for her, right? But like, I don't know, to see that, like, I don't know, man. Like, there was some brutal rape going on. So anyway, that happens. And then there's like the final fight where like, oh, it turns out that the zombie doctor reanimated all of the people in the morgue and lobotomized all of them. So now they're all loyal zombie soldiers. There's a big ass fight at the end. They're fucking around. They're like, you know, it's pretty epic, honestly. And I gotta tell you, this movie, damn. I mean, damn. It's a movie. I don't even know what to say. Like, I watched this on Shudder, which is on it's on AMC Plus, and I mean, it's a fucked up movie. It's gross. But it's so gross, and it takes like the grotesqueness so far that I can't help but respect it. But damn, the headless zombie rape scene is, I mean, I didn't, you know, I wouldn't have seen that one coming. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, they get fucked up. It's a movie. There's, you know, apparently there's sequels to this. I'm interested. I don't know if I'll watch them, you know, tonight or anything, but I am interested. But damn. That's Re-Animator. Yep. I don't know what else to say, but the effects are great. The makeup is great. And, you know, I never thought I would say this, but the rape, it's great. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's Re-Animator for you. Spook6ular is, well, it's going great. So there you go. That's all I got to say on